Hi, I'm Dave Mercer, and yet again we're back with Facts of Fishing FYI. The fishing news, views, and info you can't use show. And this week we're going to start off with something that happens to everybody. A bad fishing trip. You know you've had one. Everybody has a bad fishing trip sooner or later. Well, here's a guy who recently had one. Manubu Kutara. Who's Manubu Kutara? I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. I think I am, but if not, Manubu sent me an email. Well, Manubu Kutara is the joint holder of the largemouth bass world record. That's right, you've heard us talk about him a bunch. Well, he came to US soil, went fishing in San Diego, and you know what he caught? Nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. And why are we reporting on this? Well, simply because it makes me and the millions of other anglers around the world feel good knowing that the guy who holds part of the world record largemouth bass can suck just as much as we do sometimes. Oh. Speaking of sucking and not catching fish, let's talk about our good friends from PETA. Over the last number of years, many high schools have adopted bass fishing into their regime. They have teams, they have clubs, they have groups that take kids away from the computer, take them outside, and introduce them to the great sport of fishing. That's good, right? Wrong, if you're a member of PETA. These boneheads now, they're the same people who've told us everything should be fake. It shouldn't be leather, it should be pleather. That's why she's the spokesperson. Everything should be fake. Well, these people would probably rather our kids and students of high schools go and play video games of bass fishing rather than actually bass fishing. And they proved that on April 5th, as Executive Vice President of PETA, Tracy Ryman, contacted the IHSA. Those are the people that control sports in high schools, and told them to eliminate bass fishing from their regime. This past week's Elite Series event was in Florence, Alabama on Pickwick Lake. And Kevin Short from Mayfield, Arkansas weighed in 75 pounds, 1 ounce to win his second Elite Series event. K-Pink has been on a tear over the last 2 years, and it just goes to show you how important confidence is when you're on the water. Now, who finished second and third? Cliff Pace was second, and Steve Kennedy was third. But one of the huge stories about this event is Skeet Reese again. Skeet finished 5th in this event. That means he hasn't finished out of the top 5 all season long. We may be witnessing the most dominant performance by an Elite Series angler ever. Unless something crazy happens, it seems like Skeet Reese is running away with Angler of the Year. One of these things is not like the other one. One of these things is not like the other one. One of these things is not like the other one. What's going on this year? Kevin Van Dam is currently sitting in 38th place for Angler of the Year. A lot of people will be happy about that, but you know KVD isn't. And realistically, if he hadn't won the Bassmaster Classic last year, at this point in the season, if it was all to end today, he wouldn't be qualifying for the Classic. What? But don't kid yourself. No angler is taking their eye off KVD. He has a way of coming back from things like this.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
And speaking of KVD, you know you're big time when you get your name on trophies. And I'm not talking about just the trophies you win. I mean, I'm talking about tournaments are named after you. The folks at the Oakley Big Bass Tour announced the first annual Kevin Van Dam Big Bass Shootout. This event will take place on Table Rock Lake, June 5th and 6th. The amazing thing about this event is it gives amateur anglers a chance to cash in on over $100,000 in cash and prizes for catching one big fish. The best part is, it's all for amateurs. There's no pros allowed, so Skeet Reese won't be there.